Okay, great. So I'm hoping this all works all right. So we have here an application called Silk, which makes interactive generative art, and some quite great work has been made by some of the students in the classes I've taught. There's some examples of some of the work we produced over the term. So some of the learners' work over here, some nice particular work here in this one. Things like this have been produced by a student. Very sophisticated, geometrically complex fractal drawing. There's things like this, like this, like this, like this. And sometimes you can get real control over some of the shapes there. So to make, using an application like this, there's a number of skills it can develop. Skills with hand-eye coordination, skills of understanding language and text and color, the skill of shape, working with like shapes and working with shapes and moving things around. It also helps with following instructions, verbal instructions that are communicated and carrying them out on the computer. And when the work is finished, students will then tend to share their work and talk about what they see, comment on the colors and the shapes that they found, or objects that have appeared out of the shapes as well. And things like maybe a bit about the process they've used too, depending on the skill levels they have. This particular one is being used for students on Milestone 8, which is pre-entry. That's the learner group I'm using this particular thing with it now. And here's some instructions for how to use this particular program. So you go to weavesilk.com and you click on here and you enter the program. And the way it works is you have a number of controls here, and a very useful control is full screen, which takes you to a full screen, which means you've got a lot of space to draw with. Over here, you've got the ability to create a new picture, which is one we're already in anyway. You also can bring up the controls. This is really where you can start to draw and control what you're doing. So we've got a number of colors in the palette here, which can be selected. They also can be mixed. You can mix together like this color with this color, or that color with that color, yeah, like that. Also, you can mix a number of colors. As I went around the arc there and got the 3 colors together. That's quite amazing what this will do, but this will allow us to create fractals over here. When I click my mouse, I'm not clicking the mouse yet. Let me first show you the controls and what they are before I do anything. So here we've got mirror across the center, which creates a mirroring effect. Wherever I'm doing will mirror it on the other side. Turn it off, I don't have any mirror effect. This is a single point, which then can be used to draw. You then have a number of points. If I want to have 2 points, I can have 3 points, yeah, 4 points, 5, etc., all the way up to 6-fold. And this can be adjusted by tweaking these controls. So I can mirror across center, will make a mirror. So not only is it 6 points, now 12, but you've got a line in the middle to symmetrically separate that. You also can spiral as well. It's got a spiraling effect, which is really interesting for some of the graphics things that you can do. But say I want to make a very simple picture. I'll start like something like this. I'll take a color like that. This one I've really mixed up here. Just click my mouse once, which just does that. Just one click has created that already. And now I'm going to move a little further out, choose some different colors. Let's get a bit of this, like this sort of combo, and pull out like that. Yeah, and I'm then going to get a bit of green, yellow, and purple. Not always working every time, but there you go. Like this. And this is only me using 5-fold symmetry here. What if I want to do something a little bit different? Let's go for 2-fold. And I'm just clicking there. What if I draw with my mouse? What happens? If I draw my mouse and turn off these things, you can see there's 2 dots again. There's one on either center. Drawing does that effect. I can just literally move things around like this. I can make symmetry there also. I get more freedom with like 2 points. 1 point gives a lot of freedom too. No, it's one single object. I can click anywhere I want and do something asymmetrical, which is just filling in and being more flowing. I can even create like drawings with stuff like this. I'm kind of quite careful with the mouse. Okay, so it's not particularly, I'm not trying to get a particular outcome here, but this is what's going on. Here's a bit of orange. Let's turn on 4-fold symmetry, put mirroring on again. That's right, turn on spiral. Let's just do something like that. I'm spinning my mouse around there, and you can see the effect it's having. I can just go at different speeds as I rotate the mouse. So you really can play around with this a lot. When you're happy with something, you want to save it, you go up here, you either can share, or you can do what we do in the class and use save picture. So save picture does this, and it creates up this pop-up, and you do right click and save image as. and I'll save the fractal as a PNG file. I'm going to call it fractal2, okay, and save this in the pictures folder. There it goes. Double click it, and there you have your final image appearing in a second. It should pop up in a little while. And there you have it. Also available on iPad and iPhone, this image. There's my picture, has been saved now. This is it, my saved version.